I just thought I would give you an update on how well the nail polish wore without a base coat or a top coat. This is the Sinful Colors, which was $1.99 at Walgreens, and this actually wore better. It's just now starting to chip after 6 days. And then here is the Nicole by OPI, and this did not do so well. It's more than starting to chip. So I just thought I'd show you that before I go and redo them, which is on my agenda. And daiquiri. It's the drink of the day. Now, when people think of daiquiris, they think of strawberry, fruity crap. This is just lime juice, white rum, and simple syrup. I don't think you're supposed to have the ice cubes in here, but I do. So, now, make sure, children, that you don't drink unless you're at least 21 years old. Personally, I think you can probably handle drinking when you're 18, but legally, you can't handle drinking until you're 21. And never, ever, 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 ever drink and drive. That's bad. I have friends die that way. So maybe you should just not drink at all, just to be safe, you know? Alright, there'll be more to this video. Yeah. Coming later. I'm not gonna edit this. And I'm not gonna, this is how my makeup looks after running errands, doing laundry, making daiquiris. Never did my hair today. This is just how I normally do my hair. There's a little claw clip, and then, normally it's a little neater than that. Got the little top part here is kind of roach. That's what I'm going for. I'm going for the Mohican roach look with bangs. It's pretty hot. So, for the base coat, I got finger paints at Sally's, and that was $4.49. And I got the top coat Nina Ultra Pro. This was on sale at Sally's for $2.99. Okay, so for the polish remover, what I am currently using is Studio 35, the Salon Formula Nourishing Formula. Now, I don't know, I kind of like to just go with straight acetone because it works great, but sometimes I also like ones that are fortified with vitamin E. This seems to work pretty good, but you can never fail with acetone. Plus, you can kill bugs with it. Yes, killing bugs is awesome. Maybe, I don't know. If you're Buddhist, killing bugs might not be awesome. Okay, I checked, and the Studio 35 Salon Formula Nourishing, which you can get at Walgreens, by the way. It might be their store brand. I know nothing about Studio 35. But it is an acetone-based nail polish remover. And I highly recommend acetone is what you want to use if you want to take paint off of your nails, okay? So what do you use with the acetone, you ask? Well, duh, you use cotton balls. And I don't know if it makes a difference or not. I have cotton balls because I use them on my face. I don't know, I never tried using, probably have tried using not cotton balls. Because, you know when you get pill bottles and there's that stuff in the top so the pills don't break? That is not cotton, because, I know this, we taught a survival class, a fire making class, and my co-teacher, you know the trick where you soak the cotton in alcohol or fat or whatever so it'll poof, burn. Well, he took some of the cotton stuff out of a pill bottle and tried to burn it, and it didn't burn. And that's because it wasn't cotton. It was like some weird stuff. Polyester, acrylic. Well, acrylic is highly flammable, so it should have, but it didn't work. Alright, so here is my left hand with one go through of polish removal with a non-cotton cotton ball. And I'm leaving this one because it's not chipped or anything, and I'll just, if I want to keep the color the same, that's kind of what I normally do. I'll do like everything the first time or on the weekend or when I change a color, and then during the week, like maybe 1 or 2 nails will chip within 2 or 3 days, and I'll just redo those like 3 nails the same color, and then on the weekend I'll like change the color and redo everything. I don't try to make my nails match my outfit. That's weird and time consuming, and that could be fine if you're in high school, but when you have a full-time job and a household to manage, that's a little ridiculous. So anyways, I just wanted to tell you about the acetone and the cotton balls. Alright, now that you have your polish removed with your acetone, you want to take your emery board, your coarsest grained emery board. I have a black one, this is coarser, and I have a pink one, and start shaping your nails. And you always want to go in the same direction when you're shaping your nails. If you go in both directions, that just kind of shreds your nails, and you don't want to do that. And when you're using the coarser grain emery board, you can decide at that time whether or not you want to go for a rounded shape or a squared off shape, and I kind of prefer to go for the rounded shape. Okay, now that you've filed your nails, and this thing, you can file your nails on here. The blue step 1 and aqua step 2 are files, but I just use the emery boards I have. Before you put your base coat on, the next step is to buff your nails. So again, you want to start with the coarser one first and then move to the finer one. How do you buff your nail? Oh, step 3. Alright, pretty easy. Just make sure you don't get the plastic part on your nail and go in one direction. Alright, I also wanted to mention, why do you want to use 4 different grains of sandpaper, which is kind of how I think of it, on your nail. The coarser one is actually shaping your nail, because you're not clipping it, you're not cutting it, and that coarser grain is actually removing your nail, and it's easier to shape when you're using a coarser grain. But if you think about if you're sanding a piece of wood and use like a really coarse grain sandpaper, the wood's still rough. So you want to go through those steps and get to a consecutively finer grain, so that on your last grain you're kind of just smoothing. You're not actually shaping or really removing much of the nail, but you're making it smooth so that your nail doesn't snag on like loose threads on your clothing or nylons or anything. It's just going to be super smooth and not snag. And the reason for buffing your nails is you're kind of removing any ridges or anything that might be on there. If you just want to go natural and not really put on any polish, it's bringing out shine. So that's why you do that. Oh, you thought you could put your base coat on, did you? No, next step is cuticle pusher. Now, I don't have one, and I don't really know how I feel about them. But so you're supposed to push your cuticle, and then if you have any hangnails or anything, you should have a cuticle trimmer to remove those. Well, you can. I don't really get hangnails that bad most of the time, unless like I've been, I don't know, working on a crab boat. I don't know. I just don't really get them. What I'll normally do is I'll take like a pair of scissors that you use to trim like facial hair, like take your boyfriend's beard trimming scissors and use that. Or you can take, this is my toenail clippers. You can take like a nail clippers and clip it. I don't know, I've just never like I've never gotten an infection or anything. I can't say I've never gotten an infection. I did like one time when I was like 16 or 17 get an infection under my thumbnail. And I don't think that was because I was cutting my cuticles with toenail clippers. I think it was because I got a splinter underneath my fingernail. So, yeah, kind of sucked. Had to lance it and then put antibiotic cream on my nail. And the lancing part, yeah, that hurt. So, but, okay. So, you're still not ready to put your base coat on. I'm going to take your cuticle pusher, in case you've never seen one before. Everyone knows what a cuticle pusher is, right? I thought it was funny because in the movie with Marilyn Monroe, The 7-Year Itch, she drops her cuticle pusher down an air vent. And I don't really remember the rest of it in the movie, but that's just like always something that's been associated with cuticle pushers in my mind, is that movie. Go figure. Alright, go push your cuticles and then trim your cuticles if necessary. Right, girlfriend, now you are ready for your base coat of your choice. We're going to try this finger paints out and see how that works for me. I've never used this brand before, so we'll have to see how this works. In the past, I've normally used the Sally Hansen, various ones of that, and they seem to be pretty good for actually like strengthening your nails or promoting like nail growth. I don't know how great they were for like allowing the color to adhere or keeping it from chipping, but they were really good for like hardening your nails or for promoting nail growth. So we'll see how finger paints works. Alright. So far, I really like the finger paints because I just did it and I did my nails and my toenails and it's already dry. So that's pretty awesome. Before you start putting your color on, you definitely want to wait for your base coat to be completely dry. So like say, if this is just my cuticle pusher, but like if someone were to take a screw or a nail and like drill it into your nail, it really wouldn't do anything. You want it to be completely dry. I generally like to do my nails when I'm watching football because it's like a 3-hour block that I don't really need to pay attention to the game the whole time because there's only an actual hour of playtime and there's like just a bunch of, commercials. Perfect time to do your nails. Or maybe when you're like, people don't really talk on the phone anymore. But I used to do it when I would talk on the phone because you're like on the phone for maybe, an hour, hour and a half with your best friend or your mom or whatever. And that's a good block of time that you're going to be able to do all this stuff and allow the polish to dry in between steps because you don't want to just put the color on. It's not going to last and it's going to look like crap after 2 days. So you want to go through the whole process. And if you think about, like, if you've ever had your nails done in a salon, it's like 45 minutes at least for a manicure. So you want to take that time, and you don't want to be doing dishes or laundry or changing diapers or anything afterwards for a while, because even if you have, like, this super fast dry, like jet dry, super set, I don't know, you want it to be completely dry. You're going to mess it up, and you're going to have to redo it. And you don't want to do that. Do it right the first time. What are orange sticks for? Alright, so orange sticks are for if you mess up when you're putting your polish on. I think I already kind of cleaned it up, but you can just go with the orange stick, and while the polish is still wet, kind of scrape it away. Or push it away. And even after it's dry, you can like take your nail polish remover and you can like put your orange stick in the nail polish remover, and then it's just gonna have a little bit. You're gonna be able to really control where you put that at. Like even if you had a Q-tip you wouldn't be able to control it as well as if you have an orange stick. So they're super useful for fixing your mistakes. So here I have just put one coat, and I have the Sinful Colors again. This is what I bought last week, Pull Over. This is a marigold yellow kind of color. The reason I decided to do this is because it's October, and it's late October, which I really, I can't believe it's late October. This year has gone so fast. But I thought this is a good kind of like fall Halloween color. I would use this color anywhere between like August 1st and Thanksgiving. I think this is a great color. And also the nail polishes I bought last week. This is the one my boyfriend said was his favorite. So I'm just going to try doing all my nails this color and see how I like it this week. And then I thought I would do, excuse me, I thought I would do my toenails this orange color. It's Cloud 9 by Sinful Colors. And again, you can get these at Target and Walgreens and who knows where else. But I know you can get them at Target and Walgreens, and they're about $2 a piece. And they actually wore really well. It takes 2 or 3 coats, especially if you're using the lighter colors, to get good coverage. So that's the only disadvantage I see to them thus far. I think they have a lot of really fun colors, and I almost bought another couple today. There was like a really light pink color that I kind of liked, but I just want to work with what I have right now and see how I feel with those. And you know, if I have a color I don't really like, that I just don't really think it's going to work for me, I might give it away, gift it to someone. So the other thing is, when you're actually doing your nails, and I do apologize, like I have 2 other really crappy camcorders, so I might see how they work. I don't have a tripod, so I'm just using my built-in eyesight on my MacBook right now. When you do your nails, you want to do once down the middle, and then you want to do like once down either side, or maybe more than once. I mean, just kind of eyeball it. But the point is, you want to start in the middle first, and then you want to do the sides. And you don't want to have like a ton of polish on your brush, but you don't want it to be empty either. So you kind of just, after a while, after practice, you learn how to judge what is the right amount of paint on your brush. And you want to have less for your pinky nail. So like you don't want to go in the bottle if you're going to do your pinky nail, because you don't need as much because the nail is smaller. And the same thing like when you're doing your toenails. You don't want to go in for like your smaller toenails. I have like really small, other than my big toe, the nails on my toes are really small. So you don't want to go in with like a whole bunch of paint on your brush. You'll just like make a mess, and then you'll need your orange stick to fix it with. So the other question is, where did I learn how to do my nails at? I can't really tell you. It's not like anyone ever taught me. My mom really wasn't into wearing makeup at all, ever. Like, my sister and I got her into wearing makeup. Like, she never ever wore makeup at all until we were in high school. And then we, like, bought makeup at Garden Botanica, and we made her get some. And then she started wearing, like, eyeshadow and lipstick, like, for special occasions or going to church on Sunday or something. I remember reading, like, how-tos in 17 and Elle and Glamour. Maybe Glamour, I don't know. Do they really do tutorials in Glamour? And then from getting manicures done, but I can't really, I don't think I even got a manicure until I was like 20 years old or something, 19 maybe. So I don't know where I learned how to do my nails from. It just sort of like, poof, I don't know. You know, when I was like 8, it was just the nail polish. And then I was like, oh yeah, you're supposed to use all this other stuff, huh? Alright, so this color, I'm probably going to need to do at least 2 coats or 3 coats. You're going to make sure that you let it completely dry in between each coat. So if I stuck my orange stick on top of the nail polish right now and it would leave a dent, it's not completely dry and you're not ready to put your next coat on. So something you should do before you put your polish on is to kind of do like this or like this, because you want the paint that's in the nail polish bottle to be homogenized. I don't know if they still do this, but I noticed with like some of the older kind of metallic or super shimmery nail polishes, they'd actually have like a little ball in there to serve as a mixer to, you know, homogenize and mix up the different colors that might be in a shimmery polish. Like say it's copper but it's got a pink, and if you just let it sit, like all of the heavier stuff, like the metallic stuff, drops to the bottom and the pink stuff is at the top or something like that. So you want to make sure that you mix it up before you start putting it on your nails. Okay, so if you let your polish dry for a really long time and it's completely dry, then you can go ahead with your top coat. And I'm going to be using the Nikki Ultra Pro that I got at Sally today. It was $2.99 on sale, and it's supposed to be a quick drying type. So I'm going to go ahead and put that over all my nails. If you remember from earlier, this nail I didn't redo because I was going to be using the same color. And so you just want to go ahead and put the top coat over all of your nails, whether or not you redid that nail. The top coat just kind of, you know, makes them all look shiny and new. And there you go. Really had problems with this drying. My nose itches. Alright, that is the longest ever nail tutorial for people that are absolutely clueless. Peace out!